Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are gonna talk about the edge painting. As you can see in the vegetable tin leather, we have to paint the edges because the flesh side is usually coming in the natural color. Now see, this is the red color, and this side we have the natural color. So for the articles like in the wallets and all, the edges doesn't look good, so we have to paint it. So today we are gonna discuss about this, and we are gonna see how we can perfectly get the edges painted so that it can add some quality to our articles. So to begin with, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this piece in half, and so that it will, and I will glue it together, so it will increase the thickness a little bit, and we can it will be easier for us to work with. So I'm gonna take the scale, and let's okay, and this side also will make it straight. All right, we'll cut it here. We will glue this both of the pieces together, and then we can start the painting process. All right, so we can get the glue. Just to avoid the mess, we're gonna put a paper towel, and we'll just apply the glue on it. Okay, that's enough. It doesn't need to be perfect, as this is just a scrap. Our main goal is to look at the painting process, so we will just do it roughly, just to stick the pieces together. Okay, that's fine. And just press it with the roller to just spread the glue evenly, so it can perfectly stick to each other. Okay, that's fine. We will remove this excess part, so it would be easier for us to work. Okay, that's fine. Now we would add some paper clips so that it can fully cure the glue. We would give this approximately 10 to 15 minutes to fully cure, and then we will continue with the painting process. All right, guys, it's almost 15 minutes now. So we'll remove the paper clips, and it's fully cured and it's nice, nicely stick together. So what we will do is we will cut a small part from it to just straighten it up. Okay, you can see how it is. Now, when we use such pieces in our wallets and all, like see, this is the color side, this is the color side, but the edges, it doesn't look good because it shows the original color of the grain. So that's why we need to paint it. So now, before starting the painting process, we need to do the sanding, and for this, I would like to use this rotary tool. So the head which I'm using now is 120 grits. So I will use this 120 grits, and I will do the sanding, very lightly sanding, just to open up the grains a little bit. This also helps the grains to open up a little bit so the paint can penetrate inside, and it can give a shiny edge finish. So first of all, we will use the 120 grit. Okay, that's enough. This also helps straighten up the piece if there is any, if the piece is not straight, it will help straighten it up. Okay, that's fine. So we will change the head to 240 grits now. This one I got is 240. So now we will use the 240. All right, that's enough. See, it's nice and smooth, and it's completely straight. So okay, that's enough. Now we would go for the first coat. So here I have the paint in this. I'm using the paint, the leather edge paint by Mary's. So I have already mixed it in this marker. So I will apply using this because it's easy to apply using this. So the first coat, I would like to paint it a little deeper so that it can penetrate, and then we can give it the heat treatment. All right, this is one time. Now we would go for second time so that the paint can penetrate inside the grains, and so that after the sanding, if we do the sanding afterwards, so it will not remove the paint completely. So I would like to do it a bit deeply, as it is the first coat. It will act as a primer. So this is two times, and now again third time we will do. Okay, that's enough. So now we would leave this to cure. It will take almost half an hour to fully dry. So it's better to give it more time, because if you give it more time, then it will give a nice finish. So we would give it half an hour or maybe 1 hour, and then we would move with the further process. So we'd keep it, and I would see you after the drying. Alright, guys, so it's dried up now. I gave it almost 30 minutes now, so it's completely dry. So now we would give it the heat treatment. So for that purpose, either you can use the edge greaser, or I'm using this soldering iron. I have put the straight head on it, and because this is easy for me, and as the if you will use the edge greaser, which I'm having here, I'll show you. You can use this also, but you have to heat the head, and then you have to give it the heat treatment, but you have to heat it several times. So this is electric, and it's actually easy, so I would use this one. So to start, we will not do any sanding. We will directly give it the heat treatment. As this, the soldering iron which I'm having is starting the temperature from 200 degrees. So I have set it to the minimum, which is 200 degrees. If you have like 150 degrees, so 150 degrees is more than enough. So now slowly you can do this, and you will see the paint, it will smoothen up and also straighten up. This burns the grains a little bit and make the paint last longer on it. So this is very important step. You can skip it also, but the sanding which we are gonna do after this part, so the heat is better for that. Because we want to achieve a smooth finish on the edges, so for that purpose this heat is very important. So it's almost 3 times now, and I think that's enough. All right, now since we smoothen that up, so also some paint went to the edges. So if you want, you can use the edge beveler. With that also you can you can make the edges round, but if you want a straight edges, so you can leave it like that also. So all right, that's enough for the heat. Okay, that's it. Now we would start the sanding process, but before we start that, we would make the edges round, so we would use the beveler for that. So now for this much thickness, the beveler of one number is okay for me. So we will just remove a small part. All right, this much is enough, and from the other side also. Okay, that's enough. You see, it made the edges a little bit round. It will remove the sharpness from the edges. Okay, that's enough. Now we would start with the sanding process. So for the sanding purpose, I have made this kit for myself where I have this sandpapers. So this is 1000, this is 2000, this is 3000, and this is 5000. So one, two, three, and four. So we're gonna give it 4 coats, 4 rounds of the sanding. So that's how we're gonna achieve a nice and perfect edges. All right. So we would move with this. We'd start with this 1000 grit. So just lightly we would sand it, just so to remove the paint. How much we can? We don't need to remove the complete paint from it, just the paint which is temporary, so we can remove that. As then we're gonna move for the second coat. You see, now I'm very hardly sanding the piece, but still this paint is not being removed. The reason for that is because I painted it very deeply, and also I gave it the heat treatment, so the paint is completely penetrated inside. See, it's nice and smooth now. Because of the heat, it's nice and smooth. Okay, that's fine. I can show you a closer look. You can see this paint was temporary, so it's removed. So now we will move with the another coat. The same process we will repeat. All right, we will also paint the edges. We don't need it much deeper, just 3 times is more than enough with this marker. All right. All right, that's enough. We will give it almost 15 minutes to dry, and then we will continue with the rest of the process. If you don't have this marker, you can simply mix the paint in some small container, and you can use this iron, and you can apply with this iron like this. So it's easy, but the thing is, it's a little bit hard. So this marker is to make the things faster. You can use this marker, it's much better, and also the paint doesn't dry in it, so it's good. Okay, now we will give this almost 15 minutes, and then I'll see you. All right guys, it's almost 20 minutes now, and it's completely dried. You can see the finish. If you want, you can stop here also if the customer doesn't demand a very minimalist finish. But to achieve a really nice finish and to be professional, you need to move further. So as I have said before, we have done the sanding with 1000 grit. Now we will move towards the 2000 grit. All right, and we will just lightly sand it. All right. You can see the paint is completely penetrated inside. That's why even after sanding, the paint is not being removed, so it's a good sign, as we need a permanent paint, not temporary. So just after lightly sanding with 2000, you see it's nice and smooth. Okay, that's enough. You don't need to sand too much. See, it just removed a little bit. So now again we will move with the third coat. Slowly it's getting shiny and smoother. Alright, that's enough. We don't need too much paint as it's already third coat. So again we will leave it for 20 minutes and then I'll see you. So this is dried up. It's almost again 15 to 20 minutes, and you can see the result. It's smooth, it's nice. And so now we will move towards the 3K. Just a light sanding now. Try to not remove too much of the material. With every coat it's getting harder and also smoother, but try to do lighter sanding, not too harsh, because we don't want to damage the paint. We just want to smooth it out now. In the final coat you will see how we'll get a glossy finish. All right, that's it. Now we will again paint it. All right, that's enough. Again we will give it 15 to 20 minutes to dry up. Then we would move towards the 5K, and then we will buff it using the jeans cloth or the canvas cloth. So we'll let this dry up now, then we'll see. All right guys, so we would finally now move to the final sanding, which is of 5000 grit. So this is a really fine grit paper which is 5000. So now we would just do the final polishing. So really slowly we would do this to just give it a little bit of the shine, not to scratch it but to give it just the little bit shine and to smooth out. Okay, too much sanding would burn it and it will start to begin develop the blackish color. So we don't need to over sand it. Okay, that's it. Now what? Now the edge is finished. You see, even with the see with my nails, it's not coming out. It's now a permanent paint and it's really nice finish. But what I like now after this, we would use the Tokonol for the final polishing. So we just get a little bit and apply it over the complete part. Just a little bit is more than enough. We don't need too much. So just a little bit as a final polishing agent. Alright, that much is enough. Now, if you want, you can use the canvas cloth, which is this one. But as I have discussed in my previous videos also, I don't like the canvas cloth. Rather, I would use the jeans cloth, which give me better results than that. So I would go with this one. For the jeans cloth, you don't have to use this side. You have to use this side, the inner part, for the polishing. All right. So we will just lightly polish it. And you have to do it for like almost 2 minutes because this is the final polishing. So just keep an eye on the edge of the leather and you would notice shine on it. So once your desired shyness and glossy finish is achieved, you can stop. The more you buff it, the more it will give shine and it would give you a really nice finish. As you can see, it's almost shiny and glossy. So we can stop here also, but I would rather go a little bit more. You don't have to use the burnisher, the wood burnisher here. Just the cloth is fine. So better go with the jeans cloth. It will give you better results. Okay, that's enough. Now this is the result. You just see. It gave us a nice glossy finish. You see, it's really smooth and you cannot say that it's two pieces joined together. It's like a one piece now. See, it's completely stick together and it seems like a one piece now. And also the gloss is very nice and it's really nice finish. And if you need even more gloss than this, there is one more step also which you can follow, which is the Angelus High Gloss. You can just apply a little bit of Angelus High Gloss on this and it would give you even more shine. If you want to use the Angelus High Gloss, you can just get the cellular sponge for that and just get a little bit of it. Okay, I just took a little bit and I would apply it over the edge completely. Okay, I would leave it to dry a little bit. Again I will apply. Now this Angelus High Gloss, ideally you should leave it for 24 hours to completely cure the product. It will dry within maybe 1 hour, but if you give it 24 hours, it will literally give you the best results. So now this Angelus High Gloss would add some more shine to it. As you can see, there is always enough shine, but it would add some more shine also. So this is a really nice edge finish. It consumes some time, but the thing is, once you follow all these steps, it gives a really nice finish to the product, and the customer really likes it, and it shows your craftsmanship. So yeah, it's time consuming, but it's necessary steps, because otherwise there would be grains coming out of the edges, and the product won't look good, as there won't be, the final finishing won't be there. So like if all these sanding coats and the, like we followed almost 5 coats of paint, right? If you can stop in the first coat as well, but the problem is after like 1 month usage, the grains would start coming out and the paint would also come out. So to make it durable and to make the leather edges last longer, you have to follow all these steps. But it still depends on how much expensive you are selling the product and what's the customer demand. So based on that, you have to do the efforts. So you see now the Angelus High Gloss is almost dried up. So you see the gloss. It's really a nice finish. You see, this was before, it was like this, and now it's like this. Alright guys, this was the video on how to paint the edges. I hope it was helpful. If you still have any questions, you can comment down below, and I will be happy to reply you. So that's it for now guys. So until the next video, take care of yourself, and like, share and subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys. Bye bye.